Hello and welcome to Darktide. I'm Shadow Coast and welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to run through the feats and abilities of the Veteran Sharpshooter class in Darktide. So I've played about 35 minutes. I've run one mission with a veteran. I like the veteran, but it's not my favorite class so far. My favorite class happens to be Psyker. I run a few missions with each class. So we're going to review all the abilities and the feats, and I'm going to provide my early opinion of what I plan on building. Please post comments if they're better builds or what you're find to be working. So I wanted to post this early, and then I'll be providing updated videos once I have more time to really jump into the game. Our signature move is Volley Fire, where we enter a ranged stance for 5 seconds, instantly equipping your ranged weapon and designating nearby non-Orgrin elite and specialist enemies as priority targets. During this stance, you deal plus 50% range damage. This is really good, especially when you're taking on harder to kill elites or specialist enemies. Also really helpful when you're in boss fights and you just want to do a massive amount of damage really quickly to the enemy. So that is our signature ability. So we're going to run through for our grenade function. We actually have frag grenade, unlike Psyker, where we have our psychic abilities. Here we have fragmentation grenades. Very, very useful, especially when you have those big waves coming at you to clear them out and kill them all really quickly. Our aura is scavenger. You and your allies in coherency gain a small amount of ammo whenever any of you kill an elite enemy. This is really helpful, kind of passive trait to make sure you keep stocked up on ammunition, because as a veteran, you're most likely using your ranged weapon, especially when you're using volley fire. For our iconics, make every shot count, plus 50% weak spot damage. So if we get those headshots in, we do plus 15% damage. This is absolutely critical. So make sure you're aiming when you're using your ranged weapons, or any weapon for that matter, for the weak spots. So on the giant slugs of Nurgle abominations, whatever we call them, those back spots, make sure you really focus fire on those weak spots so you can bring them down quicker. Finally, be prepared. Increase ammo reserve for all ranged weapons by 40%. This is critical because if you play other classes, you will find that sometimes you're using your melee weapon not because you want to, but because you have no ammo. So be prepared is really helpful. Let's run through the feats. We're going to go through each one based off the level, and I'll provide my kind of opinion on which one I'll probably focus on for my veteran build. Confirmed kill replenishes 25% toughness on elite kill and further 25% toughness over time. I like that one. Replenish 10% toughness on range weak spot kill. This is probably the one I'm going to go with just because we're going to try to be headshotting at range. Replenishes 5% toughness per second while more than 8 meters from enemies. I will not be picking this one because I find myself always constantly engaged in relatively close combat. So we're going to go with exhilarating takedown most likely. Confirmed kill is good though. It depends on those elite kills from that perspective. If you're running with psychers or others that are going to be more focusing on those elite kills, not as good in my opinion. Level 10, Sniper, deal up to 20% increased damage based on the distance between you and the target. Nice, but again, constantly engage in close combat. 20 plus 20% reload speed if you have ammo in your weapon. This is nice. I like this one. And then Demolition Stockpile replenishes one grenade every 60 seconds. I will probably go with Demolition because I spam grenades to try to take out those groups, especially if you know where the choke points are, where they're coming in per the missions. This is, in my opinion, great because you will constantly at least have, a grenade to use. Level 15, by optic targeting, Volley Fire designates non-Orgrin elites and specialists as priority targets for all allies in coherency. I like this one. It kind of helps highlight enemies for the team. Demolition team, you and allies in coherency have plus 5% chance to gain a grenade on enemy kill. I do like that. When you kill an enemy with a range attack, allies in melee range of the target replenish 10% toughness. I will probably go with covering fire. I don't have the strongest opinion for this tree. Bioptic targeting is kind of nice. We'll have to see it in practice from that perspective, so we'll see. Level 20, Unwavering Focus, plus 75% toughness damage, reduction from range attacks during volley. This one is okay, you know, but at the same time, I don't anticipate that the range enemies are going to be too much of an issue. Duck and dive, dodging, sprinting, or sliding to avoid range attacks grants 20% stamina. Uh, Camo expert, while standing still, enemies are significantly less likely to target you. We're definitely going with camo expert for this tree, in my opinion. Maybe unwavering focus, but I think this is going to be the pick in almost every mission. Level 25, Frag Storm. Frag grenades apply 8 stacks of bleed to all enemies hit. Really good. Deadshot plus 60% sway reduction, but lose 10% stamina per second while using your weapons alt fire. Interesting. That one I like. One after another, plus 30% reload speed on elite kill. We're probably going to go with Frag Storm and Deadshot. I'm going to have to kind of see. I think this is situational too, based off your group composition, if you know who you're playing with. Where if you have like a lot of good AoE in the team, then probably Deadshot. Um, if not, probably Frag Storm. And finally, level 30, Sustained Fire. Volley Fire reloads your weapon and replenishes 60% toughness. Killing a designated enemy during Volley Fire refreshes its duration, which is really good. So you're going to want to mark the enemies before you target them. Counterfire, plus 25% weak spot damage during Volley Fire. Volley Fire now designates all shooters as priority targets. Killing a designated enemy during Volley Fire refreshes its duration. And finally, plus 50% damage Ogrins and Monstrosities during Volley Fire. Volley Fire designates Ogrins and Monstrosities as priority targets. Killing a designated enemy during Volley Fire refreshes its duration. Ooh, these are all good. Um, I'm probably going to do Counterfire and Sustained Fire. We will see the bigger they are. Could be situational. As always, you can select feats between missions. I haven't actually tried to do it in a mission. I'm pretty sure you can't do it in a mission, but maybe you can. So you know when you're loading in, make sure you can change your loadout and feats as needed. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please drop a thumbs up. We'll be covering a lot of Darktide. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this game a long time. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in future videos. Shadow Coast out.